Have you been practicing being conscious? Are you conscious? 1 minute check. One minute up. Did you manage?
Yes.
Full 1 minute?
It is again amazing, like the whole environment is quiet, but just the small disturbance as people running or putting anything, how your mind distracts you. See what's happening there?
Being able to refrain from the distraction is the key. Yeah? You can't say, oh, I just said, no, I'm not looking there. So that's not counted. No, you spoke. Are you saying that? That not even the first word, not even the first yes or no. Completely being still, unaffected by it. Understood? What is the meaning of no mind? Yeah. Otherwise, many of you think I said that. No, I'm not going to think this. No, I'm not going to think this. For 1 full minute, I've said this 10 times. What's the point? I've spoken, no? Are you getting this? That is not no mind. No mind is complete silence. Yeah? When you can achieve this in the middle of a machi market, the fish market, the people are really selling fishes and they're screaming on top of their lungs, but you can maintain the silence within, no distraction, then you have mastered. Yeah? We'll go to the mastery later. Let's at least start. Yeah? The initial few steps are in silence. At least let me just be still there in the moment. No talking, not even saying don't get distracted. This is also talking. Yeah? No words at all. Please continue this. Your course is not getting over today. It continues. Go with the next sutra now. 33. Shloka 33. Aksharanamakarosmi
Aksharanamakarosmi
Dvandaha samasikasya cha
Dvandva samasikasya cha
Aham evakshaya kalo
Aham evakshaya kalo
Dhataham vishvato mukhaha.
Dhātāham vishvato mukhaha.
Of the letters of the alphabets, I am A. Yeah, why? Because it is the beginning. Yeah. And also, even if you look at the vibration of the creation, Om, the beginning is also A. Yeah. That is why I am A. Dvanda samasa kasya cha. Samas. Do you remember samas? It's grammar.
We heard about it.
Yeah. It's in Sanskrit grammar also. It's in Marathi.
Telugu.
Telugu also. You have samas. So samas is when you join two words and put them together. Yeah. Like in Hindi, you say rasoi ghar. What was important in that? Rasoi. Snan ghar. Yeah. So the ghar is the common word. What is important is rasoi. Yeah? So these words, where you join two words together, it is called samas. Yeah? But when, what is dvanda samas? When both the words are equally important. In rasoi garoni, rasoi was important. Snan garoni, snan was important. Yeah? But when you say Radha Krishna, both are important. Yeah? Samas mein, when you join two words and both are equally important, it is dvanda samas. Yeah, Naya? Hindi grammar? I am also Akshay Kal. Why Akshay? What's the meaning of Akshay?
Never ending.
That which cannot be destroyed. Kshay is to kill. Akshay, that which cannot be destroyed. In English, indestructible time. Why is he calling time indestructible? A wave arises and falls. For that wave, time began, time ended. But really, did time begin and end? Time just goes on. Yeah? Just like we spoke earlier, time keeps moving. It's changing, it's changing, it's changing. Yeah, but it's constantly in motion. It doesn't stop, it doesn't end. That which cannot end is Akshay. Dhataham Vishwato Mukha. So whenever they have shown the Vishwaroop of Krishna, it's really scary, no? Yeah. And even when they show other devas, they show multiple faces. But what does it symbolize? What's the meaning?
In all the forms, see him.
Basically, he is all the hands together, all the faces together. He is the face of the Vishwa, Vishwato Mukha. Yeah. There's deeper symbolism to this, that he is in all. You don't look down upon one or the other. Even if one is bad, even if one is negative, even if one is not as spiritually evolved as you are, drop this ego that is separating I and you. Drop this Dvaitam. Yeah? We are all Advait. That means there is no two. Yeah? So to express that more beautifully, they put all the hands and all the faces together as if it is all just one. Yeah? Actually saying one is also wrong, but that was the best way it could be depicted in a picture. Got it? Vishwato Mukham. 34? Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham
Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham
Udbhavascha bhavishyatam
Udbhavascha bhavishyatam
Kirti Shri Vakchanarinam
Kirti Shri Vakchanarinam
Smritir Medha Dhriti Shama
Smritir Medha Dhriti Shama.
I am death, devouring death. Isn't that which devours you or takes you away? Why is death again and again mentioned in different ways?
Because that is inevitable.
It is inevitable, but in different ways it is mentioned. Yeah, here he is saying, I am the one who takes everything away. Yeah, this wave that keeps coming up, I will take it away. One day it is all going to be gone. So drop this attachment, this holding on that you are doing. I'm going to devour even that you are attached to. You're getting the word devour, no? As if I'm going to eat that also up. That is also going to be gone. So don't be attached to it. You look within. Self-check. How much attachments are still remaining? See, money, car, clothes, for girls, shoes, bags, I don't know what else. Boys, think about your games. What is that? Whatever. Video games, watches, This car, even if you are thinking about a future attachment, I want to bring this thing home. That is also an attachment. Here he is reminding you anything that you are really holding on to like this, I want or I will bring and make it my own. I am going to devour that. Yeah? हर चीज को हर लूंगा मैं. You're getting the emphasis here. I'm going to devour everything. I'm going to take it away from you. I am the one who does that. Udbhavascha bhavishyatam. I am the generator of bhavishya. What is that? Future of all things, of all beings.
So basically it's saying there is nothing of yours. Even if you want to hold and want to preserve something for future, I will take it away and I'll only create the future.
Exactly.
So don't hold anything.
Don't hold anything. Basically, you are a puppet.
Perfect.
Yeah? And he does everything. So you drop this doership. I am doing, I am listening. If I didn't make this effort and come here and sit for Bhagwad Gita, hota kya? That much also I is there. Are you seeing this? You didn't have an option. Do you know this? You really did not have an option. You think you did it. You think you have come here. There is some other energy working at a higher level which is responsible for bringing you here. It makes everything just fall into place. Top, and you came. Like that only the future also is planned by that energy. Top. Everything is going to fall into place. But I you sit and plan. I am going to do this and I am not going to do this. Yeah. And everything gets washed away. Yes? He's saying, I will hurry up everything. So drop this doership. Open your fists. They are really tight with ego. I. Drop it. Let it go. What is. Live moment to moment to moment. That's his only message again and again here. Come to this moment. Be conscious. Be aware. Be here. Be in the now.
But that's not enough. Still you say you have to put effort. Just putting effort in that is enough.
Just putting effort to the present moment is enough.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Anyway, you have just 1 second. You don't have more than 1 second. You think you have more than 1 second. You think your house is there where you left it and your husband is sitting in that house when you get back. You only think like that. This also.
No, see, I have to get up tomorrow morning and do the kriya, do the puja.
How do you know this is not your last day?
It's not your
Every day, last day, I don't do anything. That is,
How do you know?
I don't know.
पता ही नहीं चलेगा ना.
I don't have to.
Drop, then drop. Live every day as if this is my last day. This moment is all I have. Be 100% here.
So everything is a Schrodinger's cat.
See everything. And
You
just
actually
be
told
there.
in one of the
Just be. Whichever moment takes you wherever in life, just be. That moment took you to office, just be there. 100%. Then you see how productive you are and see how your boss loves you. You're so 100% in your job. Yeah? You come back home to your wife or husband and just be. Then see you're the most wonderful husband in the world or the most lovely wife in the world. Right? Because you're just being. You just are. Yeah?
Worship is doing so much drama.
Good. She realizes it so well. Excellent. Fantastic. Recognize this. Yeah, we think we live as if we are not going to die. But recognize that the moment a baby is born, he starts moving towards his death. Even in the time I said this sentence, you have moved few seconds closer to your death. You start dying the day you are born. You never should say, I am. You should say, I am happening. You should not say the child is. The child is happening. You should not say the tree is happening. Because moment to moment to moment, there is change happening. You are moving towards death. Yeah. There is no is really. It's the limitation of language that we say, I am, this is. The moment you say this is, it has changed. It is not anymore. That is has become was. Too complicated?
No.
Rashid was an emperor and he was going on his horse on his regular rounds of the kingdom. So one drunkard was walking around on the road, but he was not like shaking so bad, so you couldn't see that he's drunk. And he started saying to Rashid, nonsense, you're nonsense emperor and you're nonsense people and you have all nonsense laws. You should be banished. Something bad he said. Rashid immediately told his guard, imprison this guy. And they took him. And they imprisoned him. Next morning, Rashid called him to the court. Bring that guy in. Why did you say all these things? So he says, I am very sorry. I did not say it. He said, what do you mean? I recognize your face. I imprisoned you immediately. How can you say you did not say it? That was somebody else yesterday. I am a new person today. You are changing moment to moment to moment to moment. The story does not mean use it as an excuse when your wife shouts at you. No. It's just to emphasize. It's just to emphasize that moment to moment to moment, you are a different person. Yeah, the person who came in the morning is not the same person who's sitting here in front of me. And the person who will leave from here will be somebody else. Moment to moment to moment, life is happening, and with life happening, death is also happening. You're moving closer to death. Got it? That's how death is devouring you. Moment to moment, it is eating you up. It is pulling you closer, like a magnet pulls the iron filings closer. And you're moving closer and closer and closer to its mouth, and one day it's going to eat you up. Getting it? That's how it's going to hara you. Understood the meaning of the word hara?
Yeah.
Kirti, Shrivat, Narinam. Now he is not describing just women, like Gurudev said, because Arjuna is a man, so here he is saying for women. But look at the meaning of these beautiful words. Yeah? What is Kirti?
Fame, glory.
Glory. Yeah? It can be in a man, it can be in a woman. Just your existence symbolizes who you are. Are you a glorious individual? Is that a glorious personality? Or is that a really tamasic, gross personality? Who are you? Yeah, look at it that way. There is another sect which believes or translates this differently. Like Brahmacharya is, or celibacy, they wanted to call it celibacy, but Brahmacharya is walking towards the Brahman. When you're walking towards the Brahman on the spiritual path, have you noticed that celibacy starts happening?
Right, sir.
Automatically lust starts reducing in you. Yeah? It's the same like we discussed yesterday, no? The inner Mahavyakulta increases so much that the outside restlessness stops. And this outside restlessness, one of them is lust, sex, continuously thinking about sex or being lost in the act of sex. Yeah? So the process for a man to progress on this path is different from the process of a woman to progress on the path. Why? Because a woman has her menstrual cycle every month. Yes, so her sex energy gets diverted in a different way compared to a man. Yeah, so they came up with two different paths. When you go higher towards celibacy, yeah, like starvation was one way, or fasting is one way to get over vasanas. Celibacy was one way to get over the vasanas. Now, the celibacy in man and woman was divided. Yeah, and the one for the man was called brahmacharya, the one for the woman was called kirti prakriya.
What is that?
It's different. Why? Because for a woman, because of the menstrual cycle, the energy, the sexual energy cannot be pulled up as simply as in a man. In a man, it can be just diverted. It's called urdhagaman. Urdhagaman is changing the direction. When there is lust, the energy wants to flow out. Urdhagaman means moving the energy back in and upwards. It was easier for a man to do that rather than a woman because of her menstrual cycle. So they told her, you have to, with that process, have to do it from another superficial emotional level where you stop looking at another man as an object of lust. Yeah? And can be a mother to every other man. This is very difficult to do it at the mind level, but the woman's mind was stronger than the male mind. According to the philosophy I'm telling you, don't blame me. So they said a woman's mind is stronger and she can overcome lust with this additional step. A woman needs that additional step of kirti prakriya. She will do the urdhagaman, taking that energy from the sex chakra and moving it up like the celibacy for man. But the woman also has to start looking at every man as not an object of lust but as my own son. Yeah? And then this was taken to extremes also in certain ways, and it didn't work out. Obviously, it doesn't work out for everybody because they don't understand the true meaning and they are not very sincere on their seeking. Yeah. So I know many people, you know the Brahma Kumaris?
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the most important thing there. Abstinence, complete abstinence, and your husband becomes your brother or your father or your son. So I have personally seen lots of families break up because of misunderstanding this entire principle, and both husband and wife not being together on that similar path. Because that was my first exposure when I grew up. I've told you that. I was just 8 years old. I've seen all this happen. So that was the Brahma Kumaris. They understand the philosophy is perfect. There's no flaw in this. But the seekers were not sincere enough, or both partners didn't want to walk the path that way. Yes? So kirti also means that special prakriya for a woman, yeah, where she looks at every other man as my son or my father or brother. Rising to that level of compassion. Dropping that lust. Noted?
The second line.
I've just done the word kirti right now. Only one word I did. Kirti prakriya. I'm coming to Shri.
So, with understanding, does this not automatically drop?
No. Unless that seeking is sincere, it will not drop. I'm coming to the next. Shri. Shri is the higher form when you go on the kirti prakriya. When the woman stops looking at herself as a woman, she becomes Shri. What does that mean?
Divine is actually invoked.
If you look at the way nature has designed a woman tends to have that thing of dressing up and attracting the male. When the woman stops even looking at herself as a woman and the other as a man, that distinction stops. When there is no man and woman, there is no male and female energy. Yeah? Where she is able to bless a man and woman, where she is able to hug a man or woman and not evoke lust in either herself or the other person. She rises to the Padvi of a Shri.
Beyond gender consciousness.
Yes. That's when we call them Mata. She becomes the mother of all.
This can be very understood as just normal Kirti, normal spirit. Like,
Yeah, it can be understood as the normal things. Yeah. For non-spiritual people, that translation is fine.
Actually, even like wherever you see any elderly woman who dresses up very simple, just by looking at her, you just feel like just taking your hands and that's it. So that itself is Shri. Already she's into that.
She's already Shri. Yes. So now in Brahma Kumaris, what it did? Okay, let me give up colorful clothes and jewelry and no sindoor, no Mangal Sutra. Have you seen? Just white colored clothes. But that is suppression, na?
Mm.
That flowering, that blossoming has not happened in the woman. She has intentionally taken on that white color garb. Yeah? Now you understand why these organizations are there. It's not hocus pocus, all of them. Huh? They all have a very strong, good philosophy, a fantastic foundation. But not every follower is sincere enough, right? That's where it gets messed up. But all of them have a very strong foundation. Very, very good philosophy. Yeah?
So the changing of external, like wearing white sari, nothing jewelry, is that good or bad? That I didn't get that.
They misunderstood the meaning of this as that.
No.
Got it? Like I have shared my story also. When I left everything, no? Yeah, when I was 19 and a half, 20 years old, I misunderstood the meaning of spirituality. I told my mom, I'm not wearing jeans from today. All my jeans are my sisters. I'm only going to wear white color salwar kameez and I'm going to travel and help all the poor people in the world. I left my house. I was gone for 5 years. But I was too young and I didn't have somebody to tell me this is the wrong understanding. Or I also did not talk to anybody. I just assumed this is the right understanding. But those 5 years was important for me. That growth happened during those 5 years. That running of the mind happened on the spiritual path. And that helped after recognizing, oh, running is, it's not attainable. Then I came back, did my MBA, got a job and kept doing my spirituality hand in hand. Then I started understanding the scriptures really when I had started implementing them. Then I started teaching these scriptures. So the transformation has to happen to you. Everybody's journey will be different. By wearing the white sari and no makeup, I had not become Shri. Are you getting this? Yeah? But after coming back, being able to balance everything and that blossoming happening naturally, that's the progress. Are you getting it? Do you understand the difference? So it's not going to happen by wearing that sari. It's that individual seeking. Your seeking has to be so strong that it takes you there. Yeah. Vak is speech. Yeah. How beautiful your speech is Not just, oh darling, I love you, sweet, honey, sweet. Yeah, could be fake. It is not that. Speech is that through which somebody gets benefited. There should be a purpose in your speaking. Otherwise, you should not speak. So how should your speech be if you ever speak? It should be uplifting for the benefit of the other person. There should be a purpose. Otherwise, keep your trap shut. Yeah? You're better with this shut. Recognize this. Today we'll go deeper into the speech. We'll do that soon. Yeah? But here he's talking about that speech which comes from within, and it is just from the anukampa chitta, from the compassionate chitta. Only for the benefit of others will I speak, otherwise I will keep shut. Sometimes you speak nonsense, no? Yeah. All the time. Then take this down as a homework.
It's very good.
You have to stop speaking nonsense.
Very good.
Yeah. I speak only if there is a purpose. Is there a purpose? Is this required? It's not required, no. I will not open my trap now. First do analysis, then open your mouth. Yeah, speak only if it is required. I just did Kirti, I did Shri and Bhav amongst women. Yeah, I'm coming. Then Smriti. What is Smriti?
Memory.
Memory. Yeah, but memory of what? You remember in Patanjali, Smriti is one technique. Yeah. For example, you all had a fantastic experience in your first Sudarshan Kriya. That's why you stuck to Art of Living. Yeah. Just thinking about your first Sudarshan Kriya, you close your eyes, remember that it feels so nice. The same kind of state comes back. This is the Smriti. Okay? That Smriti which can connect you again to that peace that you experienced before. This is the Smriti that is worth keeping, and that is what Krishna is. He is not the Smriti. She said this to me 20 years ago and I don't know why she said that to me. He is not that Smriti.
But that's also raga, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. But at least he's saying, amongst those, I am the highest. Medha. What is Medha?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Which intelligence? Not the shrewd intelligence to put somebody down, be cunning and diplomatic. Which intelligence?
Viveka.
Viveka. Discrimination. Then Dhriti. What is Dhriti?
Steadfastness.
Tolerance. Having that power of tolerance. Yeah, however good or bad things are, happy or sad life is, having that dhairya to go through it. Ashtavakra keeps using the word, no, dhira, dhira. Why dhira? To apply this knowledge, you need dhiraj, no?
Patience.
Otherwise, so you will slip like this. I don't want to apply this, Baba, this is so difficult. Yeah? So, that is dhriti. Having that tolerance power to go through the burning, the churning that knowledge will put you through is dhriti. Yeah? And last is shama. What is shama?
Even the ability to use.
Even that ability to be angry or to get angry, when that completely disappears from your chitta, it is called shama chitta.